You're rocking with Mo Mackey and Oakland. It's the Set the Bar Mixshow. It's a Moplex thing, you dig? Oh, we gonna do it, player. Some Moplex thing, you dig? Oh, we gonna do it, player. It's the Set the Bar Mixshow. You're rocking with Mo Mackey and Oakland. It's the Set the Bar Mixshow. It's a Moplex thing, you dig? Oh, we gonna do it, player. It's the Set the Bar Mixshow.
And we're back in the building. It is your man Mo Mackey, aka Joey Hustle, aka Duck 13, aka the last Greyhound to Oklahoma.
You already know what time it is. It's your homie Oplex, aka Copper Eyes, aka the itinerary man. Mackie, I feel fresh right now.
Oh yeah? Like you straight out of Fresh University?
That round of applause for Sean Fresh. When you support urban indie artists, sometimes you got to get the gear. I'm rocking a Fresh University hat. The chat heating up. Hey, he was in town and will be back in town this weekend. Round of applause for Sean Fresh working.
That's what's up, man. Get that money, Sean Fresh. Do what you do, brother.
All right, so enough of all these AKAs. Like, Mackie, can you just be you and I be me?
Well, all those AKAs are me, brother. You know what I'm saying? I can't be Mackie without Joey Hustle, and Joey Hustle can't be Joey Hustle without Duck 13. And Duck 13 damn show can't be Duck 13 without Mo Mackey music.
You know, I normally don't do this, but since we're talking about AKAs, side note, round of applause for the AKAs. Let's just get that. There we go. Let's do something different. Let's go into us being us, you being you, me being me. Let's go ahead and give them the bonus song off top. Let's turn up. If you're in the chat, if you're feeling it, let us know something. Shouts out to Dre Star, L Bailey in the building. Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Let me not press that button. Here we go.
Last thing I heard, the applause matched the hustle. I ain't hear a single cricket in this motherfucker. But I ain't really here to start a whole new discussion. I got a couple questions, don't get mad, cause I know y'all like to tussle. Yep. Good boy. North Florida on my South Florida shit. On site like Peter Griffin and the chicken. Trying to make it past 50 doing side missions. They say the ones you don't know be the ones that propel you. If people say that I'm failure, I don't know what to tell you. Been rain so much fire cause I've been through hell too. Looked in the mirror and said, dog, don't let it stop you. Expecting them to be impressed with what you can do. It's like Simon saying jump but not saying land. Just prepare to lose. Feeling myself after all this ways of emotion. Guess it's when you at your coldest and I ain't joking. Try to look past my bad days like what I told you. Can't pretend like it hasn't been the roller coaster. Looking in the mirror like I've been had a plan. Thinking what would things be if I didn't take the chance. One day it won't be too close in time where I gave a damn. But in the meantime, I'm still me, and that's who I think I am me. That's who I think I am me. That's who I think I. We just still going, bitch. I think I can. Last thing I'm finna do is play pretend. Like an unknown caller, yo, just with the scams. Just trying to be half-life, don't need to explain the land. Am me. That's who I think I am me. That's who I think I ain't playing for nothing, time to play to win. Shit felt like work, had to make it fun again. El President think may have to run again, but it ain't like I ain't been running laps around this bitch. Am me. That's who I think I am me. That's who I think I.
See, everybody always talking about understood the assignment this, understood the assignment that. Bitch, I am the assignment. And you're gonna need an A to understand me, you feel me?
Am me. That's who I think I 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 am.
Oh, my bad. I'm giving them too much.
Hey, I mean, you know, we're just switching it up for him, man. No, it's all good, man. We're just switching it up. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dennis Hobbs for his second time back on the Set the Bar Mixshow, episode 49. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Dennis Hobbs in the building. What's going on, brother?
Not a whole lot. Just chilling, just enjoying the vibes.
No, listen, man, that's a tough song, and we're gonna dive. We're gonna dive into this new album, man. Let's thank all the listeners, Mackie. If you're listening on the podcast, if you're in the chat, we totally appreciate you. Shouts out to South Africa, the Philippines, Belgium, the UK, a little bit of Ontario, Canada. Hey,
What's happening, y'all?
round of applause for y'all. We're here.
Dre Star, we see you. DJ Bush, we see you, brother.
Bush in the building. Shouts out to the chat, the STB fam. Again, we are very grateful. This is the place where urban artists can be themselves. Hey, listen, Mackie, we got to let them know about this Patreon. The round of applause for our Patreon members. We do have members.
Indeed.
Things are going to heat up in August. Moplex Volume 1 will be exclusively available on the Patreon for the month of August. It's not going to be this kind of thing where it will be available on streaming platforms. We don't want to get raped early in the game. Round of applause for that.
Indeed.
We want you guys to support urban indie artists. And so, please make sure the Set the Bar Facebook group has a pin post. That's the 1-year anniversary post. On that post, that will be episode 52, roughly 3 episodes from now. We have a lot in store for you. Episode 53 will be the Moplex Volume 1 episode. That will be season 2, episode 53. I got that right, Mackie, right? Yeah, episode 53. Round of applause for that. That's determination. You want to take advantage of the Patreon. I'm telling Mackie, you better tell him. Tell him something, Mackie.
Man, y'all get all kinds of exclusive content. You get album drops before they come out. You know what I'm saying? That's where you need to be, man, because that's where it goes down. Good old Patreon.
That's what's up. Shouts out to Mr. Daniel. The chat heating up. All right. So on episode 52, if you like the pin post in the Set the Bar Facebook group, your name will be put into a drawing. And if we pull your name, which we will do live on episode 52, the year anniversary, you will get free merch. Once again, some things in life actually are free, Mackie. We'll take that. Round of applause for free things. Take that. Artists, if you want to get on the show, send your best 3 songs to setthebar11@gmail.com. This playlist, make sure you check our playlist out. You go Set the Bar Mixshow Jams, you put it in YouTube, and all the playlists will come up. This playlist for episode 49 will be available tomorrow. Or Mackie, where we at on that? Are we up?
On the playlist?
Yeah, what we got?
Oh man, it's fire. I mean, it's not ready. You know what I'm saying? You the playlist from episode 1 all the way to now. Well, not now, because now it's now. But yes, last week is good. You know what I'm saying? So,
round of applause for 48 playlists that are available for your pleasure.
Be happy about that.
Yeah, take it there. Last episode 48 is 316. It's always special to go to a different state in the country. Kansas is 316, straight out of Wichita. Mackie, he drops jewels on us.
Yes, he did, man. If y'all ain't see that one, definitely go back and check out episode 48. Like I put some of them jewels like in TikTok and Instagram, and those got more hits than anything I've ever posted before. So Iz has something to say, man. So if y'all ain't checked that one out, y'all definitely need to do yourselves a favor and check that out, because he's dropping gems, jewels, freaking baguettes, all of that.
Listen, fans of the Set the Bar Mix Show, anytime I ask a question that ends on a line that was said from an artist that involves coon saturation, and Mackie lays the coon saturation, that it, coon saturation, round of applause. We got a coon saturation t-shirt coming. It's coming. It's coming. We'll do that.
It's hilarious.
All right, if you want to get at us, at Mo Mackie Music, at Oplex Music, IG is our playground, right? So you just hit us in the DM on IG. Mackie, if they need dope music, if they need dope beats, if they need dope mixes, where do they need to go?
MoMackieMusic.com. Everything is right there. You know what I mean? If you need to book a session for mixing, mastering, recording, any of that, go ahead and do that right there on the website. If you need production, hit me up. There's some snippets online. Well, on the website, you can check that out. But I do a whole lot more than just what's on there. I only put a little bit of sprinkles, you know what I'm saying, on the website. So MoMackieMusic.com, man. That's where y'all need to go.
And the same applies for OplexMusic.com. Dennis Hobbs. We've had two artists that have returned to the show. I think it was episode 47. Superstar 6 came back. Did I get that right, Mikey?
Yeah.
It was episode 47.
Because he was on episode 7 first. Yeah.
Went from 7 to 47, and he came back. And Dennis, round of applause to you. You're back. You want to go in the Snake's Den. You want to hang out with the bros again.
But before we get into the Snake's Den, before we throw you in that pit of anacondas, let's go ahead and play some of these network commercial spots.
Let's get it.
What I thought was love was envy. Nobody knows what I go through. Nobody knows what I go through. Wish you could put yourself inside my shoes. Came from the bottom, please excuse me as I climb. I've been out here on my grind, so please respect my mind. I ain't ever beg for shit, no, I'm taking care of mine. All in due time, everything will be fine. If I love you, then I got you.
DJ Bush.
Turn Productions.
Hey, yeah, it's about that time. You locked in with your man DJ Bush, host of the 60-second showcase, each and every Thursday on Facebook.com/DJ Bush ENT, or on YouTube DJ Bush ENT. I appreciate the homies Mo Mackie and Oplex for this opportunity. Let me take up a little piece of their time. Y'all set the bar and y'all set that thing real high. I appreciate y'all. Let's get it.
It's McGee. 3 years ago, my buddy Cornelius and I started recording these conversations about gambling that we were having while we were smoking some very good cigars. That was the birth of the Bet Your Ash podcast. Since then, we've launched 2 additional shows, the Nebraska Hour with Timmy Nebraska and BYA Bushwood, which is all about gambling on golf. So now we're a podcasting network. It's BYAPN, be yappin'. We are available on Spotify and betyourash.com.
Yo, this is Enigma September of the Enigma Sep Hour podcast. And I'm here to let y'all know, y'all need to check out my boy Mo Mackie, my man Oplex, with the Set the Bar Mix Show, coming to you every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Yo, they're going to get you with not only the illest music, but also ill guests, and you got to watch out for the 5 deadly questions. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So make sure to check out my man Mo Mackie, Oplex, with the Set the Bar Mix Show. This is my official endorsement, your boy Enigma September. You got time, baby?
I had 5 pupils.
yeah, we are here.
Are we in there? All right, here we go. The next two questions are coming from O Flame repping that Delaware hip hop. One time for O Flame in Delaware. We appreciate that, Flame. All right, here we go, Dennis. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. If you had to successfully respond to and beat a diss record to save your life, which diss track would you pick? Second Round Knockout by Cannabis, Ether by Nas, No Vaseline, Ice Cube, or Hit 'Em Up, Tupac?
Now let me just come in here. Technically, you're supposed to be picking the weakest diss record because your life hinges on it.
Mm-hmm.
But those are your options. You know, you don't want to go for the one you think is the best diss song because your life depends on this.
Okay, because the thing is, like, the one I would pick and like my favorite are different. But I think in this situation, I gotta go Hit 'Em Up.
Ice Cube. God.
That's my favorite though. That's my favorite though. No Vaseline is my favorite of the four.
Got
Ice Cube, Nas, and Cannabis not able to survive a 5 deadly question. If a record label, once again, coming from O Flame, this is what happens when you submit your 5 deadly questions. I see the chat. Shouts out to Mr. Daniels, Kendall Spencer. Hey, you know, AP, I see it. This is what happens if you guys send us the questions, we'll kick them out. Here's another one from O Flame. If a record label told you in order to receive a $10 million contract, you have to do a collab track and you have to outbar the person you are collabing with, who would you pick? Would it be Royce the 5'9", Black Thought, Shy the Prince, or Andre 3000? $10 million, but you have to outbar the person that you're collabing with.
Chat, what y'all got? I'm curious to see what y'all say too.
We got Royce the 5'9". Me personally, I wouldn't even play with Black Thought. That's an easy, like, no, I'm not dealing with Black Thought.
He different.
Yeah.
Shy the Prince in 3 stacks. Andre 3000. You want that 10 million, but who can you outbar?
I gotta go with the Prince on that one.
Wow, nice.
All tough. I mean, none of that.
Yeah, one.
Wow.
Andre 3000, Black Thought, and Royce the 5'9" not able to survive a 5 deadly question. Mackie, what we got?
The hip hop ancestors have chosen you to determine who are the MCs that will be on rap's Mount Rushmore. As it releases to only the flow, as it relates to only the flow. You know what I'm saying? So only the ones with the best flow can be on this damn mountain. The catch is they give you 8 MCs, but you can only pick 4 out of those 8. Your choices are Black Thought, Lil Wayne, Eminem, Snoop, Tupac, Nas, Kendrick Lamar, and Rakim.
Mackie, go ahead and just start the intro of the 5 daily questions again. Just play the audio. That's a tough one. I know what's happening there. You might as well just run that back.
I had 5 pupils.
You got to make a cut here, Hobbs. So there only can be 4 on Battle Rap's Mount Rushmore for just the flow. That's what I say. You may need to get your pen. Just the flow. That's all we're talking about. We're not talking about lyrics. We got Black Thought, Lil Wayne, Eminem, Snoop, Tupac, Nas, Kendrick, and Rakim. But this is rap's flow, the best flow the Rushmore.
And we're going on flow.
We're going on flow.
All right, bet. Black Thought, Nas, Kendrick.
Okay.
Round of applause for moving through the snake's den. That's a tough one, and I like the way he did that.
I like that. But we got one more. One more bonus question. Who do you feel is going to have longevity in the game? Jid or 21 Savage?
And we talking longevity here.
Longevity.
Based on the trajectory of what I'm seeing right now, I gotta say 21.
21.
Let's keep it going. Who's the better rapper? Just the flow on features overall. On features, Andre 3000 or Lil Wayne?
3 Stacks.
That's how you move through the snakes then.
Gets on a feature, it's a movie. I gotta hand it to him.
This is true.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dennis Hobbs successfully survives the 6 deadly questions. I don't know, he's just throwing them out.
Just tossing snakes out. Yeah.
All kinds of grips out there. All right, man. Let's get into the artist showcase, man. It's again, we encourage artists to come back on the show when they release new material. Don't be a stranger. We look forward to the growth. We see your growth. Talk to me about the title. Tell the people the new title of the album. Talk to me briefly about why you named the LP. What's the title and why you named it this way?
Well, the title of the album is Put Me Last, You Will Feel Me First. And I was basically like, when it came to figuring out the name for the title, it came from a place of, okay, how can I, because all I wanted to do through this entire process was just course correct. And I kind of was, I saw a quote that said something to the effect of, whoever puts me last is gonna feel me first. So I kind of went with it. Also, like, because I was trying to think of like what I wanted to like settle on as a title, and I remember that Jack Harlow, like off the album, I like the album title that he had, which was "Come Home, the Kids Miss You." So I wanted to kind of like just on some cool stuff, like come up with a title that works.
Absolutely. I mean, the first song of the night that we're going to dive into, and I think it's a trend that I saw on this new LP, does dive into mental health. You speak about being on that thin line of staying true to your authentic self, but at the same time, moving in a way that would keep people that are significant to you proud of you, right? So it's a little pressure there, a little tension. You want to be you, but you want to make people proud, which is just a part of being human. But at some point in this song, the lyrics go into disarray. And I think it's appropriate, Hobbs, in the context of the song. But it seems like you've come to a realization that whether or not they are proud of you or not, you have to do what's best for you. What inspired you to create this song? We're speaking about proud here. What inspired you to create this song? And talk to me about how this plays out as it relates to your music career.
It came from a place of just coming off of the last album, Bright Side. I think what it was with certain moments from that album and just kind of going into this. I noticed that majority of the time, like on Bright Side, I was like, hey, I'm past this hurdle, I'm past this, I'm feeling this way. And I spent a lot of time like telling myself that. And when in actuality, while it may have gotten better than what it was before, it wasn't all good. I had to tell myself like, it's not all good. I came off of losing some loved ones, and a lot of that combined kind of just really took a toll on where I was and where I had to tell myself that I actually am in order to get to where I need to be.
Gotcha. So you almost feel like, to a degree, you were feeling a way, and when you got into your artistic moment, you were kind of convincing yourself that it was what it was. But in retrospect, in hindsight, you look back at Brightside and say, not so much. Am I getting it?
Right.
Totally got that. That's fair. Let's get into the first song of the night, a song entitled Proud. You're listening to Dennis Hobbs on the Set the Bar Mix Show, episode 49. Let's get it.
Here we go.
Spend so much time just trying to be unstoppable. Sitting in the spot plotting how I'ma dodge these obstacles. When they help you, ain't much of a process on dropping you. Getting shit done, but they don't care if you got a lot to do. Even as a kid, I was always hearing I'm proud of you. But what if that don't got much meaning if you blow it all? Gotta fix it cause I know my spending been on overhaul. Who exactly am I to pretend like I know it all? But that's my way of trying to keep you proud. And what I don't know, I learn now. Won't take me long to figure it out. My biggest fear ball is letting somebody down. Learning how to triumph through these different trials. But that's my way of trying to keep you proud. And what I don't know, I learn now. Won't take me long to figure it out. My biggest fear ball is letting somebody down. Learning how to triumph through these different trials. Spent so much time saying I got past the rough shit, knowing that through me doing that it was still some fuck shit. Few sprinkles are good, but still some interruptions. But I'm here to talk about it, so I guess I should be appreciative that I leveled up and got accustomed, and that the people I got around still love me. But I'ma still discuss the good, bad, and the ugly, cause I can't be pretending that certain shit ain't above me. But that's my way of trying to keep you proud. Let me take a second as I happen to explore my mental. Lots of thoughts that cross my mind, some coincidental. Maybe I shouldn't give a damn. It could all be so simple. Maybe it's the bad things that get me through these instrumentals. Been hard to express myself, but God be sending signals. And I know they be loud when I be stuck on what I didn't do. But shit, everybody's standards different when it comes to potential. So what's the point of my face glued to the screen like a kid with a Kindle? What's the point of me stating that I'm just misunderstood? So if I overstated that, I'm guessing that part's on me. But I don't let it hinder ability to speak out on my knees, to dot my I's across my T's and keep people up to speed. Not everybody gives a fuck that you feel more relieved of what you might have achieved, or that no one else that been did it. The first step you won't leave, and that shit old. My therapist told me to reach out more, but sometimes you gotta put your arms in your sleeves, cause this shit cold. Ain't heard from you in months, and I'm done asking if you good, cause I assume if you can read, you can breathe. Hope that hit home. Good memories always hit the deepest. The matriarch on my pop side of the family gone, so when it comes to loving memories, I ain't eager. I'm just trying to be able to say I ain't fumbled. I be so off the grid, I'm wondering who's sending back signals to people I ain't heard from in years that ask me for money. I'm talking about people so far out of touch, they gotta dig through the grace and go through 10 people they might have been closer to that stay with it on them. I know I brought up therapy a couple times, but I wish it wasn't brought up on their families. It's that man up shit y'all be on, gon' make a lot of us crumble. But that's my way of trying to keep you proud. And what I don't know, I learn now. Won't take me long to figure it out. My biggest fear of all is let somebody down.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's how the album starts. You know what I'm saying? That's how the album starts, so you know the rest is fire, man. So let me ask you this now. The next song, you talk about life's journey, right? The days go by, you encounter potholes, but it won't ruin your drive. The new LP, we hear the growth as compared to your last album, but this particular song in this album, it seems like you're saying embrace your authentic self, but continue to improve on yourself. Embrace the moment because the moment could disappear at any moment, i.e., no guarantees. Talk to me about what you've learned about yourself and how you allowed yourself to be vulnerable on this project. And you're definitely getting there, you know what I'm saying, in life and in music. Give us some of the jewels you've learned in between this project and the last project.
It was definitely a lot of learning that I had to do, learning, growing. A lot of things seemed very new to me.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, as time passes and I kind of begin to like share what I do with more people. Because there was a time where it was just like me and a very close circle of people, and now it's more people, it's more ears that I kind of, kept in mind when I like did certain things or made certain songs or just felt compelled to, rap certain verses. And I had to kind of tell myself, like, at the end of the day, you have nothing to prove to anybody but yourself. And how other people receive it is how they receive it, because everybody listens to music and hears things differently. And at first I didn't understand it because there was a time where, somebody close to me did say something in regards to the last project that had me thinking like, well, it caught me off guard at first, but it was a learning experience.
Well, were you getting kickback on that, man? I mean, obviously, you set the bar there. I mean, we had you. Were you getting negative criticism, or did you hear criticism that caught you off guard on the bright side?
Yeah. Which I will say, I kind of expected. Because I think in terms of like, well, while the best can happen, the worst can also happen as well, or just something that can throw you off your pivot. So it's like it's all about how I react to it and how I go about moving forward with it and kind of taking it in and just learning it and pushing forward with it.
I like that. Okay. I like that. And so you kind of feel like as you were lining up the next project, you take those lessons, you took it in, right?
Right.
And then you go into the next project and you push, right?
Yeah, that was like the theme of the whole like thing was like course correcting was the theme of it, essentially.
Absolutely. Put me last, you'll feel me first. That's the LP, Dennis Hobbs, episode 49. Round of applause. Mackie, standing ovation. Standing ovation for the nation. Yeah, the standing O. And so, after everything is said and done, we stumble on this song. Put me last, you feel me first. Love the title, the LP, Dennis Hobbs, episode 59. It's kind of like it's pride. Pride could kind of trigger this thing. Or is it just the musician's architect? Standing ovation for you about to work on that MSW as a social worker. I like that.
Thank you.
Do you feel tension when you go on that hemisphere of social work, serving the community? it's one of those fields where you have to be passionate about it, right? It's almost like a doctor, nurse. If you're not, you shouldn't even be in the business. And knowing that you're a stand-up guy, I believe that you are. But when you're over there, there's an architect for that side. A doctor has an architect, a nurse has an architect, a social worker has an architect. But you feel the tension when it's time for you to express yourself, and then you kind of leave that architect and then you step into the artist architect. And I'm wondering, as I listen to the album, I'm like, maybe that might be an overall higher level umbrella thing that's going on, is that on this side I have to do this, on that side I have to do this, and then in between all of this I have to be me. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, to me, it's kind of like it's not hard, I wouldn't say, or at least speaking for right now, because I have had jobs in the past that have been in the social work field. So like I have an idea of what it's like to do that, and then be able to, come home and maybe think of an idea or anything like that. Because throughout the process of me writing Brightside, fun fact, I actually worked at a mental hospital, and I was a rehab therapist.
Okay.
So I kind of had my hand in the pot already to kind of know what that balance is like. But I do feel like there is more to learn. I always told myself going into it that I would want to do like licensed clinical therapy. But I think once I kind of get my foot in the door, like figure out what the classes are like, what the landscape is like, I'll probably have an even better idea of what it is I want to do with it, as well as how I want to apply it. But I don't foresee it, getting in the way of kind of, that artistic side.
And so you're able, when you pick up the pen and the paper, then you're able to disconnect, because then I mean, from the guy that's getting into the booth and the guy that has to do the 9 to 5, and this is indie artist talk,
Right.
do the 9 to 5, kind of two different characters, but you're actually able to kind of cut that butter with a hot knife.
Yeah, because I still got my own stuff going on in the end of the day.
Nice.
Like, and those experiences that I talk about are my experiences. So like going into that realm wouldn't necessarily alter it, because it's like at the end of the day, I'm still going to have things that I have going on as well that I can apply.
You talked about anxiety on the album, and my therapist told me that anxiety is energy without purpose. And it sounds like you've gotten a hold of that. Then anxiety is just kind of like it just makes you be like, oh, what's going on? But if you can identify it, then you can cut the butter with the hot knife. The pride before the fall speaks a lot of what I'm alluding to here. Talk to me about your motivation for this song before we play.
For Pride Before the Fall, well, basically, my thing with that was I was trying to tell myself that I'm appreciative of what I have. Not only am I appreciative of what I have, but I also know that if I get too ahead of myself, like it can be taken away just as fast as it's received. So sometimes I kind of struggle with, because I said in the song, I said, I don't know why I pop shit sometimes. I feel a little remorseful. I'm thankful for where I am, and I say it with my torso. And what I mean by that is basically, I'm thankful for where I am, but there are times where I feel like, like my confidence level is here, but I never want to get too ahead of myself, because I know that, it can be gone at any minute.
And so you're able to separate your emotions from reality to a degree.
Yeah. Sometimes like reality plays a role into, how I'm feeling, because like Pride Before the Fall, as an example, is just one of those songs where it's just like I've put myself in a position of just like how I'm feeling. And I kind of, that song in particular, I was in the process of getting in my own head about a lot of things. like, you know, post Brightside, is really figuring out like, well, how do I push forward and how do I, you know, fix this thing that I don't feel fully accomplished with.
Gotcha. I like that. I like that. Round of applause for being able to understand that your emotions means things, but you still have to get grounded and understand what it means inside of reality. It's tough. You know, Hobbs, I just dropped a whole album called Emotionology, you know, the study of your emotions. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the third song of the artist showcase. I think we got enough. I think we got enough time for some more songs. Let's get into a song entitled Pride Before the Fall. You're listening to episode 49 of the Set the Bar Mix Show. Let's get it.
Here we go.
Got too much to do in life to act as though it's over with. If this is what it's like pushing 30, then man, holy shit. So many of my peers having kids, that's how it's supposed to get. Grateful I ain't aging like milk, cause that will hold a kid. I got so much drive before they see me, they know the whip. Same people I tried to please, now I know I don't owe them shit. First job was in clothing, but I was always throwing fits. CD burner was on overtime, could always flow a miss. When always in the clubs, but I know when I got there, I knew DJs was hit or miss. But that was me and my many attempts to get in at chicks. Got one and never look back, now I got the engine fixed. Metabolism and Godspeed, hitting the gym to get back on my shit. Remember when goals was open, they was all douches and dicks. But let me resurface cause I don't wanna empty the clip. They say to hate you hard but lowest quality on will to exist. But I think through time I done discovered my newest conflict. And they say pride comes before the fall, but it be times why I wanna say that I'm better than most of y'all. But I don't know, feeling like bitterness won't get me nothing but dial tones. And they say pride comes before the fall, but it be times why I wanna say that I'm better than most of y'all. But I don't know, feeling like bitterness won't get me nothing but dial tones. Shed more tears in 2021 than the last 5 years before it. Thought I'd find better ways to manage emotion and explore it. Somewhere along the way, I guess certain thoughts got hoarded. Been slowly getting them out, and that's more ships that boarded. That last album felt like I put on a mask and recorded. Man spent fashion statements, but this one wasn't too sporty. Usually it's a KN95, but this one was more of a clown mask I supported. Still was feeling myself, but a piece of me felt as though I was rocking a bit with the price tags on, cause I couldn't afford it. Wasn't enough gas in the charger, I had to record it. But it's like the older you get, you see which one is resourceful. Don't know why I pop shit sometimes, I feel a little remorseful. I'm thankful for where I am, and I say it with my torso, cause I felt like I had more tools to show fools that they ain't got the juice they claim they do. Same could be said about me too, but I believe in myself enough to take my power back. Serious as a heart attack, I hate saying respectfully, but it's gotta be a way of saying no offense instead of having to draw it back. Guess that's where my flaw is at, cause I didn't have all this confidence and all these other things that made me believe in myself. I guess therapy and prayer was what helped me grow all of the flowers back. To me, I know what I am, but to y'all I'm stuck between showing y'all I'm hella steps ahead and showing y'all that I'm walking back. It's crazy, I stay trying to get the last word for somebody that used to get in trouble just for simply talking back. I'ma let that breathe. It's conversations only for everybody that didn't have time, that made time. From my own backyard to simply across state lines. Talking about the road I travel as I continue to pay mine. Maintaining my A game as thoughts form a fucking beeline. It's whack, I gotta throw out RIPs in the meantime. If Most High prepare the table for my enemies from the past, then when it comes to progression, I hope they see mine. But even then again, I'm real cool with having me time. Even if it's tears in the camera and all smiles while I'm throwing peace signs. And by the time they drop, I'll be done washed away all the madness that kept me from being refined. But Joe's aside, I'm making sure that I'm giving me mine. They say pride comes before the fall, but it be times where I want to say I'm better than most of y'all, but I don't know. But what I do know is even if I keep it to my motherfucking self, I'ma stand tall.
It's so good. It's so good. To me, it was like it's a dichotomy with pride. It's like, well, pride can make you fall, but then, pride can make you hold your fort and stand up for yourself and say, hey, I'm gonna do me. And so round of applause to you for that one, man. I listened to that one like 3 times. Drive careful though. What song was that, man? Drive slow. I feel like that might be some text like drive slow. Like, but it's like drive careful. And when I listened to the song, Hobbs, it felt like it's like I have to make sure that when these thoughts hit my head, right? You're already on the road. Drive careful though. But it talked to me.
Well, the reason it's called drive careful. My grandma on my dad's side that did pass away last October. Every time, because it was a time where myself and my cousins, we would go over our house, and the main thing that she would say every time I left, no matter when I went to go see her, she always be like, all right, drive careful. So that stuck with me. So a lot of those, a lot of what I talk about in the song is just like, time spent at her place, time spent with my uncle, just like, time spent with family, as well as, realizing that I too have to drive careful in what I'm doing. So it's also a figure of speech as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think it's interesting because, I'm a man of the King's English. And I think that you can drive slow, but not be careful while you're driving. And so I think round of applause for good old folklore. It's like good old sayings, wise statements. It's a good thing. Mackie.
Yes, sir.
When you were trying to go to AVO's show, were you driving careful?
No.
Well, round of applause for some. At least you slowed down on the yellow light.
No.
Okay. Well, round of applause for taking a risk.
One
We'll
thing
do that.
you gotta know about me, Flex. I drive like a damn madman, bro. Straight up. Got a lead foot, man. What can I say?
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 49. Mackie. All right. Well, I know what to expect when I get into the passenger seat. Dennis Hobbs, episode 49, a song entitled Drive Careful. Shouts out to all you road rage people. Let's go.
Here we go.
I'm learning every day who it is I make music for. Lay it out simple and be honest, there's more to explore. Even I gotta watch it when I notice I get too mature. Thought sharing certain life details will get me through the door. Rich fantasies preferred, so ain't nobody thinking poor. I do get it, cause thinking broke won't inspire me more. An old soul and a child at heart, yin and the yang for your boy. But I'm trying my best to be wiser when I pick out a choice. Even my anxiety knows what it's like living wild. Drinking so much caffeine, we gon' be here for a while. What's life without adventure? Ain't no need of blocking it out. When it's time for the next move, my answer's the beginning of chopper style. Just cause of how I be so quick to jot it down. I treat it like I'm journaling with a lot of sound. But not everybody can relate to what one shares, though it's really a slippery slope out here. I'm trying to drive careful. Other means of communication when I can't give my therapist an earful. Voice in my head saying don't overshare, just be cool. Follow these words and trust me, it'll all go smooth. Even on the best schedules, I ain't been getting good sleep. Thinking about how I'm supposed to move forward, but sometimes it be hard to speak to whatever it is that goes on in the morning when them ideas just creep. And I keep my phone down for good practice, so it's really hope that I keep, that I remember it all by the morning time. The thoughts truly be on overdrive. I think back to all those older times when everything around me felt so alive. And that's not to say I ain't trying, but truth be told, I would be lying if I said I saw everything on the... Hold on. Remember when we was side to side with the Charger and Camaro, every day was riding double barrel before long. I was damn near thought they had superpowers with how much the fam loved cigarettes and alcohol. Just trying to come up, whether it be scratch off tickets or power ball. Wasn't too far in the change, got blue fast. It's safe to say that with that combination we was having, then it was time to pull off for the week. But if we didn't know nothing else, we always knew to drive careful when we speed. Didn't have too many needs, it was really the moments that kept us intrigued. Street lights still blinking, I'm sure time passed, so they still blinking some more. This calm street really be talking with the way these days set up. I wouldn't be walking, stayed next to chicks with redneck accents, but we didn't get very far. It seemed cool at the time, but I'm pretty sure that they used the hard ER. Oysters was always on the schedule, but we was skeptical about eating them raw. Now every time it's an hour in the month, we always just like to get together and just dozen them off. It's crazy cause I learned a lot and he would say it twice, so we knew we would hear it. That message came across the clearest even when it was time to hurt some feelings. But that's the foundation that did get the building. When I wanted to pick up a pen and just kill it, even let us be a part of our first wedding. Didn't like lighters, so that part there I dreaded. Caught the bouquet, but I'm not quite there yet. Even if we didn't get it on the first try, I mean eventually we learn how to drive careful. Now I'm just trying to make sure I adjust the level. Cause it ain't always sweet when it's yourself you gotta question, especially when you get called up front for efforts and methods, or even wonder if the thoughts you do spill are the ones you could've kept in. But fuck internalizing, fuck trying to show you worth to those who don't know the value. No more trying to excuse unacceptable behavior. My thoughts is my thoughts, so no more trying to waver. I'ma continue preaching and take my time with it. Except you ain't gotta starve and hop in a line with it. Take whatever you want, it ain't just wine and biscuits. Never thought I'd be this self-expressive, but that's divine intervention. Thoughts never deep as a puddle, so I throw pebbles. Trying to break the chains and not be so fearful. I'm just painting a picture, work in progress and never more pictures to create, but let me go ahead and drive careful. Nothing wrong with a little course correcting. I simply just want myself and my loved ones to be protected, and may the losses be lessons, and that good energy comes with the unexpected.
It's a different kind of feel, Hobbs.
I know the song is called Drive Careful, but I want to drink when I hear that song.
Well, Maggie, you gotta slow down. I don't know if you driving careful, if you just rolling through, man. Leadfoot, the round of applause. The chat is feeling you. Shouts out to the chat. The chat is feeling you, man.
I appreciate that.
Mackie, if you want to drink, just consider you have a liver. Mr. Daniels, 4 flames. Enigma, love these beats. 3 flames. AP, I really like this. Love the beat and flow. Comes back with woo lines. Yes, sir. I like that. And then it's always Dre Star. Shout out to the Leadfoots. Yeah, Mackie.
Hey, but I may drive fast, and furious, but I do drive careful though. It's carefully. I carefully construct the madness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 2 things can be true. You still can do that.
You know what I'm saying?
Hobbs, we so appreciate you coming back on the show. Talk to us about what's next. Let the people know where they can get at you. You definitely, you have new fans. Our audience has expanded a little bit at this point. So let them know where they, obviously we can let them know, but you let them know it's the best place to get to you.
Usually my most used platform is like on Instagram, like the Menace. So I would say there. I have Twitter as well, which is also like the Menace. So usually one of those you can reach me on.
Okay. And what do we have planned next? I do, Enigma pointing out that, man, the production. So what's going on there? Did you pivot on who you've been pulling your beats from? What we got going on? The production is incredible on this one.
It's funny you say that. The same person that produced Validation on Brightside produced Drive Careful and Pride Before the Fall. So
makes sense.
There's a lot of range there.
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at those 2 beats, right, the diversity of the 2. And what's the one about going to bed?
Oh, Back to Bed.
Back to Bed? Oh, man, I love that one, man. It gives me those Jay Dilla feels.
Yeah. I was talking about that earlier.
Listen, because I wanted to make a couple of fun songs on there. I know we went through like the deep cuts.
Yes.
So it's also fun songs. Back to Bed is one of them. Minus the 2 verses, the one that you had at the beginning and the one at the end. I freestyled that entire thing once I heard the beat.
Yeah.
So I kind of was just, having fun, and it turned out to be what it is, and I kind of just went with it.
That's what's up. Oh, the cover. Where were you at on that cover? It looks like it's like artsy. Was you at like an art museum, or where were you at?
I was on the art district, Miami, Wynwood.
Miami?
Yeah.
Nice.
In the Wynwood area.
Round of applause for Miami. Period. I've been there.
Hell yeah. I love Miami. Every time I've been out to Miami, it's been a wonderful experience.
I will say, in these days and times, I'm not going. I was just in Orlando right before inflation really cranked up. But I love Miami and I love Orlando. But Miami is just, to me, it's a very pleasant New York of the South. Round of applause where you don't have 10 million people in one city, but you're off the beach, get the cool breeze. Yeah.
Oh, Enigma September brings up No Static Podcast. Gotta bring that up.
Enigma, shouts out to you, man. Glad you're back in the game. Mackie, what we got before we get out of here?
Let's see, man. One time for Dennis Hobbs, bro. We appreciate you coming back with this new project, giving me something to work out to go to work to, you know what I'm saying, to make my long drives to, you know what I'm saying? So one time for Dennis Hobbs. Shouts out to the chat, man. Y'all alive. tonight, as y'all always are. We appreciate y'all coming through, checking out the dope artists that we have coming through every day. Also, tomorrow, when you view this, for those that didn't get to watch it today, you'll be able to go to the descriptions and get all of the information as far as Dennis Hobbs albums, everything that he's got out. You'll be able to click on links and it'll take you directly to that, as well as Oplex and Odd, the stuff that we've been working on, websites, all of that good stuff. Everything will be on there tomorrow. Chapters where you can skip around to your favorite part of the show. What else? I feel like I'm leaving something out, Plex. What am I leaving out, man?
I don't know, man. This album title, like, put me last and you'll feel me first. That I just
that's what I'm leaving out.
Just a round of applause for the album title. Like, that's different.
That's it. What you got before we get out of here?
Man, it's the Set the Bar Mix Show, episode 49. You know we love it when it's a 0 on the episode. Peace, love. Shouts out to Dennis Hobbs. The chat is in the building. And music on top. We are Ghost.